Good morning, Patrick.
Good morning.
You are here today on the Liberation Day of Antwerp. What is it? What do it for you as a great-grandson of General Armstrong, who defended the city, the liberation?
It's a fantastic opportunity and honor to be here. My father, the grandson of my great-grandfather, General Armstrong, came in 1989 for the 45th anniversary. And it's a story that has been passed down my family from generation to generation, which influenced us all to serve in the military. But it's a fantastic opportunity to remember the greatest generation, the folks who gave their lives and sacrificed so much, both in the military and the civilians, for freedom. I think it's a fantastic story, and I think it's great that we are taking time to remember it.
Very right. Your great-great-grandfather, the general, he was here with about 22,000 soldiers to defend the city. Hitler came with his new weapons, the V1 and the V2, and in the beginning only 50% were stopped. And a lot of casualties, of course, civilians and military, but afterwards he succeeded to have 90% of the V1 and V2 down. How did it come? Did he explain it to you?
From what I understand, Antwerp X, the command at the time, was a highly classified command because of the invention of the Allied invention of the proximity fuse. So originally, when they would fire rounds to shoot down aircraft, they would, if they missed, they would eventually land somewhere else and kill innocent civilians on the other side. So they developed, it's my understanding, they developed a fuse on the front of the round so that it would explode in the air. They later refined that to be able to shoot down V1s and V2s so that it didn't have to hit directly, but it could hit in the area and explode in the air, which I think is the primary success for being able to shoot down 98% of the V1 rockets that were fired at the time. And because of that, it was highly classified up until, I think, the early 1990s before they finally revealed that.
I saw it in a documentary and I didn't know myself.
Yeah.
But having that 90% was fantastic, but even then about 2,000 persons were killed during the raids of the last raids of the Germans at Antwerp. How was he dealing with all those people dead around him? Because 2,000 persons is nearly the Twin Towers in New York.
Yeah, I saw yesterday at the archive pictures of the destruction, and I have to imagine it was just something that we haven't seen certainly in Europe in the past 75 years. I served in the Army in Iraq 2004, 2005. So I don't know the feelings he went through, but I can only imagine the heartache, the sorrow that he felt for the civilians, but also I think the honor of fighting such an evil force. And I have to imagine that's why he felt such a close bond to the city of Antwerp and to Belgium. He was made an honorary citizen and continued to serve here as the military attaché until 1950. And it is something that I know he wrote about frequently after he left. It's something that I think he considered the greatest honor of his life. So maybe through all that atrocity, it developed a special bond between my great-grandfather and Antwerp. And that's been passed down now. It's pretty neat to be here to kind of remember him and remember the time.